Hi, I'm Lily. Let's explore and find amazing treasures in thrift stores. I'm in West Virginia today, enjoying a quiet afternoon with my mom. We decided to visit a local thrift store, a place full of hidden treasures. As we wandered through the aisles, I stumbled upon something special: a set of embroidered pictures at Goodwill, neatly bundled together for just $1.99. The backs were signed and dated 1976. When my mom saw them, she became visibly emotional. The sight of those pictures took her straight back to the early 80s when she was a young woman. She started reminiscing about those years, sharing stories of how crewel work was all the rage. For those unfamiliar, crewel work is a traditional form of needlepoint that became trendy in the 70s, reminiscent of the classic Anne of Green Gables books, set between 1880 and 1900. It was a craft that young housewives, eager to connect with the past and learn from their great-grandmothers, embraced. They sought to master the skills that had been passed down through generations of immigrants. These particular pieces are what you might call entry-level work, though I should emphasize that doesn't mean they're low effort. Crewel work, while requiring intricate knotting and skill, is simpler in design than some other needlepoint forms. The boldness of the stitches and the thick, rough thread stand out, giving it a raw, rustic charm. The popularity of crewel work in the 70s wasn't just about the craft. It was about the nostalgia for a simpler time. The DIY, back-to-nature movement of the 70s embraced this rugged pioneer-era aesthetic. This era, especially around America's bicentennial in 1976, was filled with a renewed appreciation for all things handcrafted and vintage. Those memories, tied to an earlier, more rural era, struck a chord with many people at the time, and still do today. So, when I saw these pictures, I knew they had to come home with me. They're a perfect addition to my daughter's room, where bright colors and cheerful accents reign. I'll make sure to share the story of these pieces with her when she's older, passing down the memories of a time when craftsmanship and connection to the past were cherished. I couldn't believe my eyes. Everything for under $25. It felt like a total jackpot. I was tempted to grab it all, but I didn't want to be selfish when I already had more than enough. So I left behind 2 medium saucepans and 2 pots for the next lucky person. I'm in Vermont and found these gems just as they were being stocked on the shelves. I expected them to have sky-high price tags, but I was even more shocked to see they were priced like basic pots and pans. My family will enjoy these for years to come. One of the saucepans, with the wooden handle, is now affectionately known as the hot chocolate pot. These pots and pans are made by Le Creuset, a French cookware brand renowned for their exceptional quality. They last a lifetime and are incredibly expensive, usually priced between $150 to $200 each, with some even going for $300. My mother still uses a Le Creuset piece my grandmother bought in the 1960s, and it's still in perfect condition, being used weekly. I honestly feel like the luckiest person today. Before my Grammy passed away, she gave me her top 3 casserole dishes from her cherished collection. Those dishes are so meaningful to me, holding memories of her every time I use them. Over the past 15 years, I've been on a thrilling hunt to find the rest of the pieces, discovering them at Goodwills, antique stores, and even garage sales. It's become more than just collecting. It's been a journey full of surprises and nostalgia. I've been shocked to find all of it. I never expected to come across such treasures. One of the best discoveries was a cutting board that I found brand new, still in its original box, for just $1. And on the bottom, there was a never-used heating tray. I do use some of the casserole dishes, especially the larger ones when I'm cooking for family gatherings. The small ones are the most common items I find, and I've stopped collecting those since I already have plenty, but I've kept every other piece I've come across. I could have never imagined that there were so many different items in the collection. Each piece feels like a small victory in the quest to complete the set. But perhaps the most astonishing part of this journey isn't even mine. It's my mom's incredible collection of over 1,200 pieces of moss rose. Her collection is nothing short of amazing. It's hard to believe that so many beautiful, intricate items could be found over the years. It's an astonishing legacy that fills our home with color, memories, and stories that will last for generations. I got these amazing chairs for just $150 each. I think the seller wanted to get rid of them quickly because they were so huge. This photo doesn't do them justice. They're actually much more vibrant in person. We absolutely love them. They're wacky as hell. We were in the middle of moving and needed furniture, but once we saw these chairs, we completely changed our entire downstairs design to center around them. After looking up the tag info on the bottom of the chair, we discovered a manufacturer's tag and a smaller brand tag that says Christopher Guy. If that's the case, we might have found a true treasure. I have no idea where they came from originally, but my guess is they were lobby chairs from a quirky boutique hotel. Either way, this has to be the best value for cost ratio I've ever scored while thrifting. Today is absolutely my luckiest day. I can't believe my find, at Goodwill, of all places. I scored this stunning vintage lamp for just $35. It's even more beautiful in person than I could have imagined, with intricate details that make it a true work of art. The design features delicate flowers with two small, charming birds perched at the top. What makes it even more magical is that the birds light up separately, creating a soft, whimsical glow. It's simply breathtaking. There is a bit of minor wear and tear, but nothing that takes away from its beauty. Curiosity got the best of me, so I did a little research, and I discovered that this lamp is actually called the Warehouse of Tiffany Sarah Camille Table Lamp. It's listed for a whopping $332 on Amazon, and here I was, lucky enough to find it for a fraction of that price. I am absolutely over the moon. Even more exciting is that I'm about to move into a new house, and this lamp is going to have the perfect spot in my bedroom. I've got a beautiful, round, antique marble top table, and I can already picture it sitting gracefully on top. The lamp is stunning whether it's on or off, and every time I walk by, I can't help but stop and admire how it catches the light. It makes such a statement in any room. It's not just a lamp, it's a piece of art. I feel incredibly lucky to have found it, and I know it'll be a treasured addition to my new space for years to come. I stumbled upon this beautiful alabaster phone at Value Village, and I just couldn't leave without it. Honestly, it's one of the coolest phones I've ever seen. Such a unique find. The smooth, elegant look of it caught my eye instantly, and I was drawn to its vintage charm. How lovely and cool is this piece? Even though I haven't used a landline phone in over 10 years, I bought it simply because I absolutely love it. It's one of those items that speaks to you, and I couldn't resist bringing it home. It was priced at $60, but with my 20% off coupon, I felt it was a perfect Christmas gift to myself. Sure, it's a little more than I usually spend, but when I see similar alabaster or onyx phones online going for $100 to $300, I know I got a good deal. I already have the perfect spot for it, a vintage telephone table by my front door. I love imagining how, back in the day, a family would keep their only home phone on a small stand or kiosk, proudly displayed in the entryway. Today, I'm thrilled with this find. It truly feels like a treasure.